Hi, Madison Heights art students. This is Miss O'Connor. I hope you guys had a great weekend. This video is to introduce you to a type of art called land art. If you want to participate in this project, you're going to be making something outside with whatever materials you can find, like leaves and sticks and grass and flowers. You can make something with a lot of things. You could choose just one thing. If you have a lot of dirt, you could write something in the dirt. So it's a pretty open-ended project. Remember, after you make this stuff, you need to wash your hands. Plus, make sure you get permission from your parents or whoever's house you're at to use the outside materials. And make sure to clean up after yourself when you're done. Remember, again, this is optional. When you're done, you can take a picture of what you make. And if you and your parents would like it to be in the art gallery on our site, I will put it up in the Land Art Gallery. Any of the projects that I post, you are welcome to do at any time. And you're also welcome to send me a picture and I will post it in the art gallery at any time. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Have a great day. Land art or earth art is art that is made directly in the landscape, sculpting the land itself into earthworks or making structures in the landscape using natural materials such as rocks or twigs. So, for example, when you make a sandcastle, you're making land art. This is one of the most famous examples of land art, and it was created by an artist named Robert Smithson. It's called Spiral Jetty, and it was made in 1970, and it's built at the Great Salt Lake in Utah. And in 1970, Robert Smithson, with a crew, used dump trucks, tractors, and a front loader to displace, which means he took 6,000 tons of rock from the shore behind the Spiral Jetty and earth, and he formed a coil 1,500 feet long and approximately 15 feet wide that went into the Salt Lake. And if you look over the word spiral there's a little blue dot, and that's a person that's inside of the Spiral Jetty. So just for scale, the Spiral Jetty is really huge next to that little person. So Andy Goldsworthy is another land artist who creates land art, also called earth art, using natural materials that he finds in the landscape where he's making his art. Much like how Robert Smithson found those rocks on the beach and then used them to create the Spiral Jetty. In this art project, Andy collected different colors of leaves that had fallen from this tree, and he reorganized them by color and placed them around the tree so that it looks like the land is glowing around the tree. So in this example of land art, Andy Goldsworthy found yellow leaves that were in this landscape and attached them to this branch that was over a creek with the water that was in the creek. It makes the branch look like it was painted with yellow paint to me. All of the parts of his art were found in this area: the water, leaves, and the branch. I want to ask you a question, and I want you to think hard. Do you think that those yellow leaves are still attached to that branch? The reason I ask that question is because many land art pieces depend on photography to create evidence that it existed. Land art is often ephemeral, which means that it is temporary and not expected to last a long time. Because it's made in nature, it can be changed and or destroyed by nature. Wind, heat, water can help to make it disappear. And so I asked that question because I think in the last slide, those leaves probably dried out. And when they dried out, they probably fell off the branch. Looking at this picture, how do you think Andy Goldsworthy created this art piece? Do you think it still exists now? If you don't, what do you think happened to it? So we are going to create our own land art. First, you need to get outside and observe what type of natural objects are around that you can use for your land art. So you first want to probably look at the ground, things that have already fallen, right? If you want to pick something or pull something, make sure you ask the permission of your parents. And also, make sure you don't pick or pull anything or pick anything up that's sharp or has thorns on it. Next, I recommend that you find something you can use to collect your art materials in and start collecting. So the third step is to find an area where you want to set up your land art. This could be using your existing landscape, so maybe you set something up around a tree, or it could be making a drawing with land art objects on a sidewalk. It's really up to you. Now it's time to get to work. It might take a few tries arranging your objects before you get something that you are really proud of. I know it took me a while. You might have to collect more objects as well. Feel free to make anything you want with your natural materials. You can make spirals, patterns, a picture of something, your name, a symbol. It's up to you. The fifth step in this process is taking a photograph of your land art. So once you've made something that you like, and it might take a while to rearrange and arrange stuff, but once you've made something, remember to take a photograph of it. Photography is a really important part of land art. It helps the artist to share their creation with others. So I ended up making a bird, and then I rearranged my objects into an arrow that was pointing at a tree. And then I rearranged my objects just into a sort of symmetrical shape that I liked, a pattern that I liked. And then I took pictures of them. If you want to share your land art with me and or in our school gallery, have your parents email me the photo of your land art creation. Remember, this project is really open-ended. There's no wrong way to do this. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to email me, and I cannot wait to see what you come up with. Have a great day.